So October was Inktober, and this year I actually participated. Not just said I'd participate, but I actually did it, and I got to day 31. And so right now I'm going to share all my different drawings with you. So day 1, the prompt was ring. And I started off doing just a wreath because that was on my mind. And then I added the owls in, and that started the theme. So day 2 was mindless. Still hadn't really decided on the theme of owls, but I thought of the most mindless thing I could think of was a TV. And in the case of this, it just came about, and this started the trend of owls. This is a theme that I ended up going with the whole way through. Sometimes it worked really well, sometimes it was just, I worked it in somehow. So, day 3 was bait. I couldn't think of anything better for bait than a trap. And this was just kind of cute. I particularly like that little worm. He's just cute. Now, day 4 was freeze. And it's a frozen ice cube. Kind of like the character from Ice Age, but very cute. Day 5 was build. I was kind of going for a bit of a Lego thing here, but kind of ended up like that, kind of not. Day 6 was husky. So this is my first time trying to draw a dog, and interesting look. You definitely get the theme of huskies there, but it didn't work out quite like planned, but it's still cute. Day 7 was enchanted. And now this is one of the first you may start to notice. They are slightly different than the ones that were shown on Instagram. So sometimes since showing on Instagram, I would add changes. I'd add a bit of colour and keep editing, but I never bothered showing up the updates. In the case of this one, I just drew the line under to give it a base. And I think it did make a big difference. So day 7 was enchanted. I love this one. It looks so cute. This is this one and freeze, and there's a couple others further on, are ones I'm actually really tempted to turn into cross-stitch patterns. If there's anything in particular that you're interested in seeing as a pattern, write a comment below, and yeah, I'd really love to hear your thoughts of which ones you'd like to see. Now, day 8, I did 2 versions. One, I did a little one while I was at work one day. So this is a little one down here. He's a little cutie. So I did him, but I also wanted to do a little bit on mental health and that, and so it ended up being this big one. So yeah. Day 8 was frail. Day 9 was another one where I ended up doing a tiny little one at work because I didn't have much time, but I ended up doing a big one when I ended up near my book. So this one's really cute because what else do you need for a swing but an owl swinging on a swing? Now these ones I love. I'm a bit of a math nerd if you haven't worked that out already. Keep hanging around and you'll find that out. So pattern number 10 was pattern, and I couldn't think of anything better for a pattern than the Fibonacci sequence. So I got my owl teaching the Fibonacci sequence, and then day 11 was snow. And so the owls are having a snowball fight. Day 12, I had my first try at drawing a dragon. Pretty happy with the way the silhouette turned out, and of course I had to have my princess caught in a tower. Now, day 13 was ash. So we ended up with our volcano spewing ash everywhere all over our owl Pompeii up here. And then day 14 was overgrown, where we got one overgrown owl the midst of everyone. Now, day 15 was Legend, so I had to do King Arthur and Camelot. Although, Owl Arthur? King Owl? Whatever it works as. But I added a lot more colour to this one because I was just having fun with my pencils. Now, this is where I found some other paper that I had in my little planner. So I started using a lot of different coloured, so using the brown coloured paper, and I really love the effects I started to get with these. And so I didn't use as much colour going with this paper, but I started to be able to use things like white highlights, and I really enjoyed it. But this one I did use a bit of the blue to give a bit of the shading. And for wild, what's wilder than a caveman? And here we have ornament. So owls put an ornament on a Christmas tree. And of course you can't have a Christmas tree without an angel topper. And in this case we've got an angel owl topper. Now this misfit one, day 18, is one that I'm really tempted to turn into another pattern as well. I really like the idea of trying to fit this square peg in a round hole. It's what everyone says. And day 19 is Sling. And I didn't want to have another injured person, or injured owl in this case, so I used a catapult instead to sling him through the sky. Now, day 20 was Tread. And I think this one suits it. It's an owl walking up the sandhill and you can see his tread as he walks. And then day 21 was Treasure. And this is the first one where I started playing with the white highlights on the brown paper. And I think it really does give a lot more dimension. And with these ones, I found my Faber-Castell pens and I started using those to add the shadows instead of using the cross-hatching. And I used my fountain pen with Noodler's Heart of Darkness to get all the black lines. So I was really enjoying it, and I generally stuck with that throughout the rest of the challenge, just because it's what I had with me. Now, day 22, Ghost. This is one I'm definitely going to turn into a pattern. May not happen till closer to Halloween next year, but this one is just so cute. And then day 23 was Ancient. And I just thought of the ancient Mayan temples or the pyramids and the tourists that go and look at them. And so my owls had to be tourists in this case. So day 24 was Dizzy. And for me, I can't think of anything worse than going on amusement rides. They make me so dizzy and sick. So I had to do that one. And then day 25 down here was Tasty. And we've got some tasty birthday treats. Now day 26 was Dark. Let's see if I can turn the book without actually losing this picture. Yep, a little bit. And the only time, it's not going to work. Okay, we're going to keep it that way. The only time I ever remember being truly in the dark is when we go camping and you can't see any city lights and everything goes beautifully dark until the moon rises. And so that's what I drew, some owls going camping. Now, day 27, I wasn't sure how exactly to draw a coat on my owl, so I decided to do a coat of paint instead. And he's starting to paint up his fence there. Now, for those that know me, know that I ride a bike, so I had to draw, when I rode day 28 was ride, I had to draw my owl riding. And then I don't like this one as much because day 29 is injured. So I drew the bike with him injured, except for being a cartoon owl. He gets up again eventually. Now, day 30 was catch, and I've got my owl catching a softball. And this one is really cute, and it's another one that I'm very tempted to turn into a pattern, particularly because softball is something that I love to do. And I'm still playing at the moment. And then, I haven't shown this one yet. We got day 31 is ripe. Now, I'm sorry, but this is sideways. Can I get it? Yes, I can get this one this way. So, for day 31, I thought of trees with an owl. So, fruit trees ripe with fruit. And a little owl in the orchard. Yep. So, not as happy with this one. In some ways, I wish I'd finished the challenge on day 30. But I did all 31 days, and I'm really proud of sticking with it. And I'm really proud of how it turned out. And I would like to continue drawing from now. And I do actually. I draw most days now, and I didn't find it that big a problem. And often I found it calming just to draw one picture every day. So hopefully I might actually get another challenge done. So I hope you enjoyed this Inktober wrap-up. And happy drawing.